Can nostalgia ever hit too hard? Spinal Tap II. The end continues bursts back onto the screen, daring you to laugh, reminisce, and maybe even cringe at the antics of this ludicrously legendary, fictional rock band. With so many real-life icons like Black Sabbath, The Who, and Megadeth squeezing out every last drop of their careers, the timing couldn't be more perfect, or more tongue-in-cheek, for Spinal Tap's resurrection after a jaw-dropping 41-year hiatus. If you thought the original mockumentary set the bar for outrageous rock satire, you'll want to see how Nigel Tufnell, David St. Hubbins, and Derek Smalls, not to mention the ever-perplexed filmmaker Martin DiBergi, handle this new era of reunion tours and burnt-out glory. Here's where things get interesting. The sequel, with its script apparently stitched together by Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, Rob Reiner, and Harry Shearer, feels more improvised than anything. The story checks in on the boys in their twilight years, Nigel peddling cheese and guitars up in northern England, David composing quirky soundtracks for murder mystery podcasts and elevator hold music in sunny Morro Bay, and Derek running a glue museum, complete with the hazards you'd expect from such a sticky enterprise. DiBergi, whose career after the original film, well, let's just say it floundered, jumps at the chance to document their reunion. Prompted by a breakup more than a decade prior, with their personal dramas still simmering, the trio heads to New Orleans to prep for a final gig. But first, the classic Spinal Tap challenge, finding a new drummer who doesn't end up in the morgue. The audition montage is pure fun, from embarrassing misfires to straight-up rejections by Questlove, Lars Ulrich, and Chad Smith, until they land on Dee Dee, Valerie Franco, whose wild energy instantly throws the band into chaos, and, of course, inspires Derek's clumsy flirtations. And this is the part most people miss. The band's freshly hired PR man Simon, played with hilarious pretension by Chris Addison, actually tells them someone dying could boost ticket sales. Would you agree that's taking rock and roll marketing a step too far? During rehearsals, music legends like Paul McCartney, who is promptly ignored, and Elton John, the band's self-professed devoted fan, stop by, adding surreal meta-humor to the proceedings. Then come the merchandising schemes. Spinal Tap water is exactly what you imagine, and no less ridiculous. So, is this sequel gut-busting comedy, or just gentle chuckles and knowing grins? The tone is unmistakably dry and sly, designed to tickle more than to split sides. The film banks heavily on affection for the original, even bringing back beloved faces like Fran Drescher and Paul Schaefer for cameo nods. There's genuine sweetness in the tribute to the late Tony Hendra, with Carrie Godleman stepping into the shoes of the band manager's daughter. Plus, John Michael Higgins pops up as an overzealous fitness guru, battling the impossible job of getting the Spinal Tap trio remotely fit. But here's where opinion will be split. Some references are downright obscure, like the photo shoot recreating the iconic Crosby, Stills, Nash album cover, with legendary photographer Henry Diltz snapping the shot. At the same time, certain jokes, like endless ghost tours crashing into the band's rented house, start to wear thin fast. Yet, it's hard not to be won over by the cast's chemistry. Guest, McKean, and Shearer slip so naturally into their silly alter egos that even seasoned fans and newbies alike will find plenty to savor. The film's climax, as the band finally takes the stage for their reunion show, is every bit the disaster you'd expect, with a gloriously ridiculous Stonehenge performance and Elton John wailing the vocals, echoing the original film's infamous onstage mishaps. Now here's a question to stir some debate. Does Spinal Tap II add anything new to the legacy besides fan service? Is the sheer nostalgia enough to forgive recycled jokes? Or do you crave more innovation, even if it means risking what made the parody so timeless? Share your take below. Are you loving the tribute, or wishing the amp had gone up to 11 just one more time?